Welcome back to Tales from the Shelf. Gamera vs. Zigra, 7th in the series, and for all intents and purposes, the final original entry in the series. After this, the franchise went dormant until Gamera Super Monster in 1980, which is mostly just a greatest hits collection. Kaiju movies, as well as Japanese cinema in general, was struggling in the 70s due to the rise of television, so budgets got smaller and less care was put into the scripts. What a way to piss out. Now, before we get started, let's see the alternate title for this one. Pretty much all the previous movies had some sort of stupid English title upon release, so let's see this one. Oh, it's just Gamera vs. Zigra. They finally just called it the name it originally was. Huh. This one goes back to aliens and space, though most of the film still takes place on Earth. A space girl, wearing probably the exact same suit from Gamera vs. Giran, abducts 2 kids and 2 adults and introduces them to her boss, a giant shark monster covered in cobwebs. Obviously, this is Zigra. They explain how they plan to conquer the world, but see humanity as a plague due to how much we've polluted the water. Yep, this one's got a save the ocean message. A good message, no doubt, though not subtle in the slightest. It's a similar message as Godzilla vs. Hedorah, although that film's even less subtle, and a hell of a lot weirder. Both films came out in July of 1971, believe it or not, but Gamera came out first this time, by 1 week. Wow. The kids escape, and Zigra orders the girl to find the kids and kill them, as they know too much about their plans. Okay, well then why did you abduct them and explain your entire plan in the first place? Friggin' idiots. So she chases the kids all over SeaWorld, while Zigra begins attacking the surface world. Yeah, there's a partnership with SeaWorld in this movie. Also, I quickly want to say, in my review of Gamera vs. Jiger, I stated that that was the final film to feature a white boy and a Japanese boy, and that after that it went back to exclusively Japanese kids. Well, I was partially wrong. There are still white kids in this movie, but not a white boy. Instead, a white girl takes the co-star role. But can you really blame me for forgetting she was there in the first place? This movie is so dull. Eventually, Gamera shows up and fights Zigra. The fight starts underwater, which is rarely a good place for a monster battle, but eventually it goes up to the surface. Zigra can stand up on 2 legs and they duke it out. As is tradition, Gamera is immobilized by Zigra's laser beam attack, and scientists try to find a way to rescue him. Gamera's barely in this film, by the way. Long periods of time will pass between his scenes. That's not to say the other films didn't have long periods without Gamera, but it's way worse here. Eventually, the scientists revive Gamera, and the monsters fight one final time. It's an okay fight, but not nearly as good as some of the previous ones. A highlight for me is when Gamera holds Zigra down and plays his back like a xylophone. Yeah, there's not really that much special about this movie. It's just tired. That kind of sums up the franchise by this point. There's a few good moments here and there, but for the most part, this is just another Gamera film. It's not difficult to see why this was the last film for almost a decade. Well, only one film left to go in the original series, and I can tell you right now that one's going to be a whole lot shorter just because there's even less to say about Gamera Super Monster. But after that, we enter the second series, the Heisei films, and those are significantly better, so hold on for just one more bad Gamera film, and then we will reach the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.